Welcome to our today's lesson on event-driven programming and a visual programming language. And today I want us to look at event-driven programming. We defined visual programming language in our previous lesson, and we defined it as a programming language that uses graphic elements and figures to develop a program. Let us now look at Introduction to Event-Driven Programming with VIMBY 6. We start by defining what is Visual Basic. Visual Basic is an object-oriented programming language or programming development system for creating applications that run under any of the Microsoft Windows environment, which has the following two major components. One, it has an extensive collection of pre-written tools which are called controls. These controls are accessible as icons within a graphical programming environment for creating customized Windows components, such as menus or the menu, the dialog boxes, text boxes, slide bars, and many other. Number two, it has a complete set of program commands derived from Microsoft's implementation of the classical basic programming language. The command set includes features that embrace contemporary programming practices. Let us now look at the approach to Visual Basic programming. It is a two-fold approach, whereby one, it creates a user interface that is appropriate to the particular application at hand. Number two, it has a group of basic instructions to carry out the actions associated with each of the controls. Let's look at events and event procedures. In traditional computer programs, the actions are carried out in a prescribed order. This order may be sequential, corresponding to the order in which the instructions are written, or it may depend on the outcome of one or more logical tests. In either case, the order of execution is determined internally within the program. With Visual Basic, on the other hand, it is based upon an event-driven paradigm in which each feature included within the program is activated only when the user responds to a corresponding object. That is, an icon, a checkbox, an option button, a menu selection, and many more within the user interface. Let us understand or define what an event is. These are programs' response to an action taken by the user. Note, I repeat, it is a program's response to an action taken by the user. That is an event. The group of basic commands that brings about this response is called an event procedure or event procedure. Let us look at object-related concepts. One, we start by defining terms, and we begin by forms, the term forms. In Visual Basic, a window is called a form. A window is a form in Visual Basic. Each form includes a title bar at the top, whereby it may also include a menu bar, a status bar, one or more toolbar bar, sidebars, and many more. A user area, which is usually called a client area, occupies the remaining space within the program. Some applications are based upon a single form, while others require 2 or more forms. We shall see that in our figure that will be provided as we carry on with our topic, which will show a simple form containing 2 commands buttons and a text box control. Let us define controls. The icons in which or with which the user interacts are called controls. Those icons. They are commonly used controls, which include command buttons, option buttons, checkboxes, labels, text boxes, picture boxes, and the menus. The user will typically activate a control, that is, clicking on a command button to produce an event. We are saying that to produce an event, a user clicks on a control to produce an event. What is objects? Forms and controls are commonly or collectively referred to as objects. Most objects are associated with events, hence objects may include their own unique event procedures. Objects are also associated with their own properties and methods. What are these we call properties and methods? Properties are objects included or that generally define the appearance of a behavior. Those are properties. They define the appearance or the behavior of an object. The choice of properties depends on the type of object. For example, the name, caption, height, width, background color, location, and the fonts are some of the more common properties associated with the command button. What is a method? Some objects also include special program statements called objects. An object brings about some predefined action affecting the associated object. For example, in our figure below shows a method that can be used with a hidden form to make it visible. In this figure 1.1, it is a form that has a name, a text box, and the 2 commands buttons. The text box, where